The major challenge for policymakers in India today is to promote livelihoods for a large number of people. It is estimated that about 15 million new livelihoods will have to be generated in India every year alone if full employment has to be ensured.
India is now over 1250 million people, and about 500 million of them are workers. Every year the workforce increases by about 2%, so that's a 10 million net increment. Of the 500 million who are already working, fully 93% are working in the agriculture or the informal sector. About 2/3 are in agriculture and 1/3 are in the informal sector.
While the rapid economic growth in India in the period 2001 to 10 has dramatically increased new livelihoods in sectors such as IT, telecom, travel and retail, it has also led to the displacement of millions from traditional livelihoods in agriculture, animal husbandry, fishery and forestry, and also in household manufacturing like handloom cloth weaving.
So the livelihood challenge in India is a twin challenge. One is just creating 10 million new livelihoods every year, and the other is upgrading the livelihoods of about 350 million who are so-called already employed.
There are several government programs aimed at livelihood promotion. However, two factors that come in their way are: 1. An inadequate availability of knowledge on livelihood promotion, and 2. Inadequate availability of trained human resources. In order to bridge this gap, the Basics Social Enterprise Group, established with a mission to promote a large number of sustainable livelihoods for the poor, set up the Livelihood School on 18th April 2004.
When we started working on livelihoods, one thing which was very clear in our mind is that the livelihood challenge in this country is too large and cannot be solved by we alone. So, we were quite keen that many others get engaged in it, and if others also have to get engaged in it, then there has to be a process of building that capacity of people who will engage in livelihoods. When these two different agenda, one is building up the knowledge for promoting large number of livelihoods and building the capacity of a large number of people to get engaged in livelihood promotion activities, both started becoming quite important in our mind. We said, okay, we need to not do it on a random basis, we need to do it systematically, and that is why we started conceiving of an idea of a livelihood school.
The school carries out activities in the area of knowledge building and knowledge dissemination. Knowledge is generated by documenting existing efforts and identifying best practices. In addition, the school carries out action research around innovative approaches to test their efficacy. Knowledge dissemination is done through training and capacity building of livelihood promotion practitioners. In addition, the school undertakes policy advocacy to scale up its recommendations.
Livelihood School is really trying to promote livelihoods and use new technologies, new learnings, best practices in order to upgrade livelihoods and to address the needs of the most vulnerable sections and the challenges of development.
The Livelihood School has conducted several hundred livelihood educational programs, reaching out to thousands of practitioners, including staff of NGOs, government development agencies, corporate development initiatives, as also representatives of Panchayati Raj institutions.
The Livelihood School ने जो इधर में ट्रेनिंग किए हैं फार्मर्स को लेकर ख़ास तरीके वो जो लोकल रिसोर्स पर्सन है LRP और हमारा जो फील्ड मोबिलाइजर्स है और कोऑर्डिनेटर है, क्लस्टर कोऑर्डिनेटर है, हम भी थे उस ट्रेनिंग में। हम सब मिलकर वहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेट किए हैं। 2 ट्रेनिंग अब तक हुए हैं। पहला जो ट्रेनिंग था वो ट्रेनिंग था गांव में जो समूह बनाए थे हम लोग, वो समूहों को किससे हमने काम करेंगे, उसका स्ट्रेंथन कैसे करेंगे, उसका मैनेजमेंट कैसे करेंगे, उसका ऊपर हमारा 2-3 दिन से चर्चा हुआ। और वो चर्चे के बाद हमारा जो LRPs है, जो लोकल रिसोर्स पर्सन है, जो गांव में काम करते हैं, उसको बहुत फ़ायदा मिला है इसमें।
सारे ट्रेनिंग जो लाइवलीहुड स्कूल से हम पाए हैं वो बहुत अच्छा काम दिया है मुझको।
और लाइवलीहुड स्कूल के साथ हम लोग लगभग 1 साल से जुड़े हुए हैं और कई तरह के प्रशिक्षण हम लोगों ने लिया लाइवलीहुड स्कूल से। ख़ास तौर से हमारे इस ग्राम संगठन और समूह से जुड़े हुए कई केसेस हैं जो काफ़ी मोटिवेशनल हैं और एक जगह जो घटनाएं घटी हैं उन घटनाओं को, उस केस स्टडी को दूसरे ग्राम संगठन तक पहुंचाने में लाइवलीहुड स्कूल ने हमें बहुत मदद दिया है।
The school has facilitated development of livelihood programs for a variety of agencies through a long-lasting hand-holding or accompaniment process. In this process, the school facilitates each step for the partner agency, including the conceptualization and execution phases. Apart from carrying out training programs, the school publishes case studies, thematic conference papers, and research studies, such as a study on savings behavior of poor, which was supported by National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, the Ford Foundation, and ING Vysya Bank. The school has also developed curricula on livelihood promotion in various thematic areas. It has designed and delivered a course on livelihoods for the Xavier Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, and the Azim Premji University for students pursuing MA in Development Action. It has also initiated a process of organizing deliberations of experienced practitioners and academics through livelihood learning groups. The objective of holding such deliberations is to capture and disseminate knowledge that exists with various constituencies. In 2009, the school was invited to Africa to carry out a study for exploring the scope for establishing similar livelihood schools there. The countries where the study was undertaken are Kenya, Uganda, Mozambique, and South Africa. In 2013, the school became the knowledge management agency for the newly launched African Livelihoods Partnership. The Livelihood School is contemplating establishment of micro-livelihood resource centers which will focus on providing training on green skills, which are upgraded versions of traditional skills in livelihood activities like agriculture, animal husbandry, forestry, etc. These centers will impart training through both a physical as well as an e-platform. The school has identified 100 green skills for this purpose.
The Livelihood School can play a very, very important role in building the knowledge and building the base of research which will help in policymakers such as myself work towards a more harmonious way in which the demand for skilled people can improve.
The school in its journey so far has been supported by many individuals and institutions. The Ford Foundation and Sir Dorabji Tata Trust are two major agencies which have supported the school since beginning.
I think we are happy to be supporting TLS right from the beginning because we feel knowledge building is an important role and TLS is also doing that as in different varieties. The challenge is huge. I think TLS also has sort of inspired that kind of a confidence and motivation in among other academic institutions such as IRMAS and XIMB and XLRI. It also is trying to sort of go outside the country. So, I think it is an important task and we are sort of happy to associate with that effort right from the beginning.
The work which the school has done over the years has won accolades from different constituencies who have highly appreciated the work of the school.
I find Livelihood School as a very innovative approach for building capacity of all the stakeholders in the chain of rural livelihoods. So, the resource book which you have come up with through the efforts of Mr. Vijay Mahajan and his team, it is a great resource book and very helpful in understanding the conceptual and practical framework in different situations. It gives a beautiful examples across the country for how the things have been done actually in different situations and how it could be done in new situations. And I must thank Livelihood School for all the good work they are doing.
By learning from existing theory and applying to action research and learning from practice to build new theories of livelihood promotion, the school aims to become a leading praxis institution, contributing to the challenge of promoting 15 million new livelihoods every year in India.